as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Colts and the Bears on Monday night.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, I think...
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 97 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
From the 16, Allen. He'll go right back to St. Brown. 7 yards there and a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Gets by him at the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And complete to Drake London. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins to the 27-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time, right?
Yeah, they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lawrence. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Lawrence to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Allen. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he swallowed it right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Open man right side is St. Brown.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
To the air, Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, And that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On second down, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This pass is caught by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
22 yards there, a first down. Here's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now Allen. Throwing left. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence will throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Deontay Johnson.
37 yards.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins hit, and he fumbles.
But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
This taken in at the goal line.
Well, now how about this return? And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. An inside give to Jones.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Lawrence's throw here pulled in by Lazard.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Lawrence.
Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown Colts. From 10 yards out.
And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
On second and very short. Allen, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. The last run got 6, now second and 4. To throw, it's Allen.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Hunter Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
And that flag accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Lawrence.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Allen now on 1st down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Throwing is Allen on third. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence going to keep this himself.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A huge play there for Chicago.
And even 40 yards.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now Allen again. Got a man, it's London. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Now Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Allen now looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Fighting through it, he's got space. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Burgess. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now Allen. Looking for London on the out route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, Allen. And that's hauled in by... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Well, the Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back.
He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Allen will try to throw for it. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Indianapolis,
they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.